Hello. I believe we're live. Alrighty. Let's see if I can remember where we left off. And also turn off the buzzer on my phone. Alright. Let's see. We have the wooden staff, which we need to get past the gems portion of the cellar, I guess. We have garden shears, which are probably for this overgrown undergrowth, whatever, that we spotted before we had to close the last time. Let's use it.
I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very...
Yes, I know, that's why I tried to use the garden shears.
I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening.
Oh
This
no.
is indeed a gravestone. A little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Kinski.
A little gravestone...
Cheap, can you help?
Better not. I haven't got...
Okay, now I know it said something about a gem a second ago. I can't be the only one who saw that. Bear in mind, I'm not wearing my glasses presently, so... Let's see if there's anything in here. Maybe we could ask this guy about Kinski.
A wooden tub. Oh, great. The small amounts of light from outside are somehow gathered in this box and exit as a light beam from the glass eye. Huh, not bad. Presumably gnome technology.
Presumably. We talk to this guy.
Yoo-hoo!
Alright.
I know you've never been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
What?
The jewel. And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger Mortimer's stone?
I'm a friend of Mortimer. He's sent me to fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Oh, you're infuriating.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really? If you are truly a good friend of Mortimer, then you will be able to give me the answer to the following question.
Okay.
What color is his underwear?
It's red.
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right. Red silk underwear. But I'm still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
His cat?
His cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
It was a tomcat. The poor thing was always so happy playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my questions.
Excuse me, sir.
2? You asked me about his underwear.
But why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
You're asking me?
Oh, come on, don't change the subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Budlerberg?
Sorry.
What?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this too. It is a bit like a coded question.
And do you know the answer?
Of course. Mortimer told me.
And you haven't forgotten it?
No. So, what is the answer?
Ugh.
Grunschfeld made Henninger an offer that he couldn't refuse.
Really? So, what did he offer him?
He really made him an offer.
No. What did Grunschfeld say to Henninger?
234, of course.
How? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
That's it.
How can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
But how? What?
234. Mortimer never told you that?
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then. If you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh. Oh, that! You mean that 234?
Yes, exactly.
With that thingy?
Precisely. I see that you are a good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid! Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last.
Oh, finally, thank you.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
Fits perfectly.
I see we're losing some frames, but it should still be okay. Now, how do we get the light beam?
There are strange marks on the figure's pedestal. Looks like the figure may have been turned. I've got to try and turn it back to its original position.
There we are.
Excellent. The path is clear. This must be the secret book. Oh, it's been written by hand and there are several pictures. There are a few words written in orange ink. That doesn't exist, does it? The artifact of divine fate. This is serious. I should get this book to the Archmage as quick as I can. As long as I don't bump into the sorcerer or his troll, I should manage to make Seastone by midday tomorrow.
Seastone, that's
Shouldn't
right.
be a problem. Uh-oh. Ah!
Cave in. I'm guessing we're going back to Wilbur by now. I would assume. Uh, Whenever you're ready, game. Yep. Oh, I thought you were going with the whole shell, and what happened to the parachute? Or the helmet? Old soup pot,
Why are
but
you staring like that? Never seen a town guard before?
No. You're a human, aren't you?
Me? Yes, you could say that. Never been anything else.
Wow.
My name is Bartholomew Anton Shieldhand, Royal Town Guard of Seastone. And who are you?
Come on.
My name is Mr. Underhill. I'm on a secret mission.
Underhill. So.
Where am I?
This lovely seaside resort. Residence of the Archmage and home of the sea shanty singers is Seastone.
Seastone. Then I made it.
Absolutely, I'd say. And here's me thinking that the orcs were firing grunts at our walls again.
I have to see the Archmage. It's urgent.
Then I wish you the best of luck. The guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures. He won't let you through to the Archmage that easily.
Okay.
Is the Archmage even in his tower at the moment?
I'm not allowed to give out any information on that subject. Those are the regulations.
Huh.
Can you tell me anything about the Archmage? Do you know him personally?
Of course I know him. The Seastone Town Guard is also responsible for protecting the Archmage.
Why does he need protection if he's as powerful as everyone says?
Well, he's not exactly the greatest of warriors.
No?
No. He's more strange. He thinks about stuff, you know.
Strange. Why does he do that?
Who knows? Who knows?
What do you mean by upper town?
Well, the town's divided into the upper town and the lower town. The Archmage's tower is, of course, in the upper town.
And what's in the lower town?
Taverns, shops, the common people's dwellings. Well, at least they used to live there. Not anymore.
Aw.
Where are the town's inhabitants?
Gone. Lots of them died when the town was besieged. And
Aw.
most of the survivors then went off with Gustav the Handsome to take revenge.
Oh.
That was rather less than successful.
Oh.
And how many people are still living here?
Not so many anymore. If the Archmage hadn't had his tower here, the town would have probably been abandoned.
Sounds pretty sad.
But things will get better. Wait until we win the war, and everyone comes back. Well, those that are still alive.
But if almost no one lives here, who are you guarding?
Oh, I'm not guarding the inhabitants, I'm guarding the town. I'm guarding it like my father did before me and his father before him. But not his father, he was a blacksmith. But his brother-in-law was a town guard, and his father was a baker.
Interesting. I have to go. I'll get in to see the Archmage one way or another.
Well, I never. I have to get back to my post too. My break's over. So, Mr. Underwood on a secret mission. Best of luck on your adventure. We'll no doubt bump into each other again.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah.
Mr. Shieldhand. See you later.
Can I interact with this with this rabbit? I fear his armor might be too big for him.
Oh, a fluffy, wuffy little bunny rabbit. All white and soft and gentle and sweet. And I just want to cuddle it and... Oh, I'm an adventurer now. I must act like one. It's a rabbit. A white one. Here, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Not a chance. It won't let itself be caught that easily. And besides, I wouldn't know what to do with the rabbit anyway.
That's fair.
I mean, except just love it to bits.
Aw. Alright, let's see.
Swamp of Death. I don't think so. Doesn't sound particularly healthy to me. There's a small stone beside the large one. It's half buried in the ground. Ugh! I've discovered the secret world of beetles, bugs, and fleas and spiders.
Yep, you sure have.
The beetles don't seem to like the bright light as they're scurrying into the shadows. Not that quick about it, though. I could certainly catch a few, but where would I store them?
Guess we'll need a jar or something. Whatever. Let's just go, I guess. There's a sign over here? Oh.
Swamp of Death. I don't think so. Doesn't sound particularly healthy to me.
Alright, anything else?
There have been some heavy battles fought around Seastone in the last few years. It looks like the town definitely sustained some damage.
This has to be a glitch, right? Okay, let's just go.
I don't think anyone in my family has ever set foot in a human town before, not even Grandad.
I'll get to it.
There are two signs on the door. One says Master Marcus's Magic Mage School. The other says back soon. Both signs are covered in cobwebs. They must have been hanging there for days or even weeks. No one home. Some boxes and cartons, they're all empty. The moving companies must have earned a fortune when the city was abandoned. They earned some good coin. They're firmly in goblin hands, and no one really likes to negotiate with them about prices. A pretty shabby stall. Doesn't look like anything's been sold here recently. A pretty shabby You hear a lot of bad things about rundown taverns. On the other hand, they're often the starting point of many a fantastic adventure, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't had enough of those yet.
Have you got Form 12B for me?
Oh, the blue one.
No, it's just a green one. Hurry up. The post office is about to close for lunch.
You're going to the post office? Oh, I'll come with you. I need a delivery note, and I want to send off a registered letter.
How exciting.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
You can see what we're doing.
We're playing.
Oh, damn, I've forgotten my ID card.
You can have a copy of your passport certified by a solicitor. Hang on, I'll mark the solicitor for you on the map.
What are you playing?
The only true kind of game. A role-playing game.
And what is this role-playing game all about?
It's set in a fantasy world.
Totally without dragons, orcs, and magic.
But instead... Oh! Here, come over here. I found the tax inspector.
Wait for me, I'll be there in a sec.
Once I've got this stamp, I can finally conclude the fiscal year.
You know what that means?
Tax office!
And you really enjoy playing the game?
Of course!
Certainly. You can escape the tedium of reality with all its magic and monsters. And you meet new people. It's not only us who play this game.
It's played all over the world.
Is
There are
it?
6 people currently online. Well, 4 if you don't include us.
But one's just gone off to the toilet.
And when is the game over? When have you won?
Won. There is no winner. Just like in real life.
The game has no end. You just keep on playing and... Oh! A traffic warden's wanting to write me a ticket.
Leave her, leave her. That's a hard quest series. You can try to lodge a written appeal and then you have to...
So the game never ends? Great. Might I ask you who you both are?
Of course. I'm Jack Smith, level 42 consultant at a medium-sized cooperative bank. But I want to retrain as a tax consultant with specialization in tax-effective investments. They have really fabulous skill trees.
And I'm Mary Ellen Skittles, level 40, local government officer. My bicycle's got a 3-speed gear.
I've not the slightest idea what those two are talking about. Maybe it's a role player thing. I meant, who are you two in real life?
Oh, right. I used to be a successful merchant. I had a shop here in town and lots of market stalls. Now all I own is that knackered old stall outside the door there. No customers, no business.
And maybe I could buy something from you.
Yeah, great. Why, whatever.
And who are you?
I'm Master Marcus, the local mage teacher.
You're the mage teacher. Could you maybe...
Shh, the game started.
And this device, what does it do?
What indeed? We type in our input and the machine shows us what everyone else is doing.
It saves our equipment and controls the characters that aren't being controlled by other players.
And how does it work?
No idea. That thing is linked to a server somehow, and that takes care of running it.
Then best of luck in wherever.
Thanks for nothing.
You know, that's about the silliest game I've ever heard of. Why would anyone flee from their own world into a fantasy world in order to complete meaningless tasks?
I mean...
These two use the same machine to play their strange role-playing game. My family would just love this. A door bearing a sign that says server's room, no entry. It says no entry. Now, just because I'm in a big...
Yeah, well. Is this any different?
I don't understand what's being displayed there or what these two are entering, but the machine seems to be functioning perfectly. Splendid two-pointer.
Two-pointer.
Mum bottles apple sauce in jars like that back home. Ours are smaller though. The shelves are full of dusty bottles and tankards. Some are still half full. Perhaps the owners had to leave town in a hurry. A wooden box full of tools, including, amongst other things, a saw. Of course, the saw doesn't meet the gnome tool safety regulations and it's a tad rusty. Still, I think it's usable.
Let's see. Anything else of note on the desk?
From butterbeer to pumpkin juice to fire whiskey. It's all here, but I don't need any of that. A very dirty drain. The sewer should be down there somewhere. The cart is pretty overgrown. It obviously hasn't been moved in months. There's a sack on the cart. Something about the smell tells me it's probably full of rotten grain. Nothing for me there. A very dirty drain.
Let's just keep pressing forward, I guess.
Halt! Access only for authorized persons.
Oh, hello
Shield
again.
hand. Are you the guard of the upper gate?
Dead right. And you don't have access to the upper town.
As I already mentioned to you at the outer gate, I must speak to the Archmage. It's urgent.
And as I've already mentioned to you, the guard at the upper gate follows very strict procedures.
But why didn't you say you were the guard?
Well, I wasn't on duty, and you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. Anyway, it's much funnier this way.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. There has to be a way to get to see the Archmage. What would I have to do?
Only people with personal invitations from the Archmage himself are allowed in. Do you have an invitation?
I'm calling it now. This guy's the Archmage.
No, unfortunately not.
Well, there you go. Without an invitation, there's no way you'll ever be admitted to see the Archmage. But you could be admitted, of course. If you were a mage yourself.
Mages are allowed to speak with the Archmage.
Naturally. He's the head of the order, after all. You know any mages by any chance?
Well, I'd like to be one myself.
And I'd like to be a dewdrop on a wood elf's butt cheek.
Really? Why?
Well, Look, only mages or people with invitations can get into the tower.
So I'd be able to see the Archmage if I was accompanied by a mage?
No, the mage would be allowed up, not you.
Oh.
But you could say, give a message to the mage.
But I must speak to the Archmage himself, and I have to give him something.
Well then, you must be a mage yourself.
Ugh.
How do you know whether someone is a mage or not? Their magical aura? Or by the charisma and wisdom they radiate?
By their mage diploma.
Oh.
Huh?
Every trained mage has a mage diploma. They can show it to me here, and then I let them into the upper town.
So that means if I show you a mage diploma, I can see the Archmage?
Well, show me an honestly acquired mage's diploma made out in your name, and I'll take you to the Archmage myself.
If there's no other way, then I'll just get my mage degree, or my name's not Underhill.
Good luck. You'll find the mage teacher in the tavern. Just see what he thinks of the idea.
Oh, no.
How can I become an accredited mage then?
You? Not at all.
And how do others do it?
Well, there are mage schools. There's one just down the street, Master Marcus's magical mage school. But Master Marcus shut up shop weeks ago. Now he spends the whole day sitting in the tavern playing some kind of role-play game.
I'm going to get my mage diploma. Just you wait and see.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's no way I can do a full course of mage training just to get into the Archmage's tower. Maybe the mage teacher will lend me a diploma. And once I've given up the ring, well, maybe I could really take a stab at it. This fruit looks like grapes. In truth, they're grapes from a poison ivy.
Oh.
I was bedridden for 2 weeks because of those as a child, and I read about Knight Tilo's adventures. The Seastone city coat of arms. I recognize it from a map. It looks a little worse for wear, like everything else here.
Well, let's go into the tavern, I guess. I gotta talk to the friggin' mage instructor. Hi. Again.
Excuse me. Master Marcus, I need,
Shh, I'm playing.
Yes, but I urgently need,
Later!
But without a mage diploma, I can't...
Listen, I really haven't got time right now. My character's tax return is due. I've been playing towards it for days.
Oh my god.
Not a prayer. I'm not going to get a blessed thing from Master Marcus as long as that game is running.
Okay, let's see.
No choice. What the? A hairy demon. He's operating a machine. The demon seems to be busy. He probably has to toil day and night just to keep the game going.
Yeah, seems that way.
That service chair is a pretty rickety piece of woodwork. It doesn't look like he makes many mistakes. If I want the players to quit the game due to technical problems, I'm going to have to help out a little. A small black container. It could be an inkwell. The demon might notice if I were to take his inkwell and exact a terrible revenge.
Demon.
He's not really likely to let me saw that chair while he's sitting on it.
Whack him over the head with a jar.
The chair looks just like the chair the demon is sitting on. I guess it's a replacement chair.
Well, let's just...
The server is so busy working that he won't notice a thing. The chair is still standing, but it should tip over pretty easily.
Okay.
It says online, whatever that means. For save games. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Yes.
The safe is locked, and there's no way I can crack it either. The waste bin is right under the slot in the machine. Strange. The waste bin is empty. The waste bin is... He sure bounces around on that chair. No wonder there's a replacement chair within reach. He sure bounces around. There are a lot of index cards in the filing cabinet. Each card bears a small table and a picture. The cards are sorted alphabetically. Let's see. Rare watering can, volume 5 litres. Used for geraniums, increases potted plant lifespan by 2. Epic folder, offers room for up to 16 forms. Slip-resistant suspenders, prevents sock slippage. These index cards seem to contain descriptions of all the items in the game. Oh, demon! Hear my words. They call me Wilbur Weathervane. As one might imagine, I didn't understand a single word of that.
Well.
The demon is still working like a madman. The demon is still working like a...
Alright.
The door's locked. The mage teacher is still sitting in the tavern playing that strange game.
And it is a strange game.
This must be the last market. Nothing more is going to be sold here as long as the merchant is still playing.
Well, let's get
Those
some
bugs
bugs.
are sure to be still there. Yep, there they are. Okay then, I'll collect some of those bugs in the jar.
We'll need them for
Done.
the game, I'm sure. And let's see.
I think that's the town's coat of arms, but it's pretty faded and dirty. You can't really see anything.
All right.
A very dirty drain. The sewer should be down. Excuse me. And you never stop playing.
Sometimes there are technical problems, then of course we can't play.
Since I worked out the solution to the toilet problem, that's the only thing that still regularly ruins my enjoyment.
But is everything working properly?
Yes, fortunately. Unimpaired playing pleasure a go-go.
And you never...
Sometimes...
But is everything...
Yes.
Okay.
Well then... This machine is controlled by the hairy demon. Somehow I have to disturb his work. The mage teacher and the merchant aren't going to be much use as long as the game is running.
Well, we have this jar of bugs now.
Let's see.
Just throw a bunch of bugs on them.
Ah!
Oh, what's going on now?
Server's gone crazy.
Completely buggy.
Oh, I've just about had enough of this.
What's going on with
We pay
Wilbur's
all that
head?
money month after month. The developers make huge profits and still nothing works. Everything they've got is junk. All a whole load of totally outdated technology. I've had enough. I'm writing a complaint. If they don't get their technical problems under control, then I'm out of here. Absolutely. Me too.
Excellent. It looks like all I have to do is ensure a second technical problem and the two will finally stop playing. The first complaint from the players landed right in the waste bin.
Alright.
He sure bounces around. I saw the base of the replacement chair. The chair will collapse as soon as... The demon might notice if I were to take his inkwell and
Hang on. Oh. I don't know what that is. Is that... It looks like an ashtray with cigarette butts. Okay. Let's see.
The server seems to be bug-free again. At least...
What can I do?
Excuse me. Playing pleasure still unimpaired?
To be honest, these constant technical problems irritate me.
Robbing so-and-sos. They screw us for 1 gold piece a week. And that's with 6 players worldwide. Think about it. That's 6 gold pieces a week. You think with that kind of dosh they could buy some better technology?
Precisely, but it's still fun, nevertheless.
Yes. Just.
Well then... Perhaps the inn gets its name from the boar's head.
Just need to get those guys off of their game.
What kind of name is that? I've never been to a tavern with a more ridiculous name. Well, then again, I've never actually been to a human tavern before.
The Prancing Hoghead? Huh. Let's see. Those two guys are really
This
the only
must
two
be
people.
the last market stall the merchant mentioned. Nothing more is going to be sold here as long as the merchant is still...
Well, how do you suppose I get to, break that monkey's chair?
I already have enough creepy crawl.
Honestly, I'd throw bugs on him again, but I guess that makes too much sense.
Here, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Not a I mean...
Eh. guess we'll go up to that guard. Oh, hang on.
Hey,
Got some
what did you
spam.
just hide there?
Sorry.
Nothing.
Hang on. Let me settle this. And suddenly I'm getting a call, a very important call. So let me handle this. Well, 40 minutes. I suppose that's long enough. I'll go ahead and handle these spam bots off screen, and we'll go ahead and save the game. There we are. And I guess I'll